Well, here we are at day number 3 of the round of 16. We're here in Amsterdam today for our first fixture of 2. We saw a massive shock last night. Bosnia beating Portugal, which means we will have a brand new European winner of this tournament. But who will it be? We, of course, have to get through the round of 16 and all of the other rounds first to find out who is going to win this tournament. But before that, we still could have some shocks on the cards. After Poland beating England and Bosnia beating Portugal, anything can happen in this tournament. We now move on to Germany versus Austria. On paper, two sides, you would expect one of them to do a little bit better than the opposition. However, it's a bit of a table turner because Germany finished third in Group F and only just got through to the knockout stages courtesy of a 3-1 win versus Kosovo. As for Austria, well, they're the side that come into this game in high form, finished top of their group in Group C, beating, of course, Netherlands to that top spot. And I have to say, they have probably been one of the standout sides of the tournament so far. You would definitely have to put them in the top 3. Well, 7 points on the board, and there's that man there on your screen, Marko Arnautovic. He's certainly been one of the standout players who's put all of his strength, pace and power into these games. He's scored 3 goals in this competition so far and has been one of the standout players of the tournament. Can he deliver today and get Austria through to the next round? As for Germany, well, they've been a little bit quiet. Match day 3 brought them a little bit more of the goals that they needed and a little bit more attacking play that you would expect from a side of Germany's quality, of course. Draxler got the first goal, that opening goal in match day 1 against France. But since then, that big 3-1 win versus Kosovo means a couple of other players like Kroos and Leroy Sané have got themselves onto the score sheet. Well, here are the lineups for the sides today. An unchanged lineup. Why change a winning formula for Austria? Ben_2358. He's raring and ready to go for this game. As for Germany, they've not changed either. A 3-1 win versus Kosovo has put them into the good books. They're going to have to do it all again if they want to get through to the next round of this competition. Well, we're really getting into it now. We're going into the latter stages. We're now nearly in July. Just one more day to go before we hit July. Are these sides going to do all they can to make sure that in next month, of course, when we do hit July, they're still in this competition and into the quarterfinals? Well, this is the first game of the right-hand side of the bracket so far in the knockout stages. No home side has won any of the matches. All 4 of the away teams on the left side of the bracket won. Not a single one of the home sides scored. Is that going to go the same way, or will Austria be able to finally break that duct? Here is Marcel Sabitzer, one of the great players of the Austrian side so far in this tournament. If they can get through to the quarterfinals, it's the furthest they've been in. Here's Gregory! It is in! And we already have the opening goal in this game, and it's Austria who strike first. Well, if we're going to start, what about a start like that from Austria? Manuel Gregoritsch of Hoffenheim has just smashed that into the back of the net. Are we about to have another shock in our hands in this tournament? What a goal that was. It flew right into the back of the net. And just like that, Germany are already down in this fixture. Austria are high-flying again. It's 1-0, 6 minutes in. There's lots of time to go in this game. But Ben_2358 will certainly be delighted with how his team started in this one. We have a game on our hands. 1-0 to Austria. And what a big goal that is indeed. I wasn't expecting a goal that instantly. And that has finally broke the duct in this tournament in the knockout stages. As I just said a couple of moments ago, 4 games, not a single one of the home sides has scored. Maybe it isn't commentator's curse and it's worked into the favour of Austria with their opening goal of the knockout stages. Well, as I said, they've got another chance to go through here. Sabitzer trying to loft a ball into the box, and he can't this time. And it's been interesting to see some of the smaller teams in the knockout stages and how they play and adapt to knockout system football. Remember, the managers have 3 changes. There are only 3 changes overall. The game can go into extra time or penalties. You still only have 3 changes throughout the whole of the game, even if it does go into extra time. Which is a little bit annoying. That should be worked on and improved on the game. But as for this game right now, here come Germany on attack. Serge Gnabry, who was one of the star players in match day 3 against Kosovo, where Germany needed that big win. He's lofted a ball into the box for Leroy Sané. It bobbles down and Kroos tries to get his hand onto it, and it's cleared away by Austria. Well, they were certainly really impressive in the group stage as Austria, and they've started as the team with the all-important goal to really kick off this game in style. Both teams going attacking in this one, trying to see if they can get the goals that they need. As I said, a 2-0 for Austria. If they can do the same as what Poland did in their game, get a 2-goal lead before half-time, it's going to make things a little bit more comfortable for them. As for Germany, well, they've got a lot of work to do. Are we about to see another one of the big sides get knocked out in this competition? It would be a massive, massive thing, especially for Turkey and Romania, who would be licking their lips, maybe seeing a way to get through to the next round. As for Spain and Israel, well, they'll be looking on even more enviously as they have an opportunity to play whoever wins this game in the next round. So, of course, Spain and Israel will certainly be delighted with the score of this match right now. Here is Leroy Sané, however, who did score in that game in match day 3 against Kosovo. Lovely weighted ball into the box for Timo Werner, but Lindner can get his hands onto it and clear the ball away. And it's great to see some of these smaller teams really come out. It's been such a surprising start, but a mistake here at the back, and Austria have given the ball to Gnabry, and now he's in for Werner, and how has he missed that? How has he missed that? Well, that is going to go down as one of the sitters of the tournament. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Russia miss, but that had to be in the back of the net. Lovely weighted ball to Werner. All he had to do was head that down, and that would have gone into the back of the net, and he skied it. And if that is going to be the way Germany are going to play in this match, well, they're going to have a lot of work to do. They had to actually come back against Kosovo. They were in a 1-1 situation in that game, needed the win. Eventually, they were able to win 3-1 in that match. Can they do the same again today? They've got to get 2 goals to win. Remember, 1 goal would take this game into extra time if it stayed 1-1 at the 90th minute mark. Here is a bit of possession now for Germany once again. Werner into Leroy Sané. Now a lovely ball in for Serge Gnabry. Surely this time he's missed it. Oh, well, you've got to say here, it should be at least a goal for Germany now. They've really been pushing in these last 5 to 10 minutes. Another great chance. Great ball from Sané into Gnabry. Doesn't actually take the touch there, takes the shot on first time, and he puts it wide of the mark. And you've got to say, Germany here having a bit more of a spell of possession, putting the pressure on Austria, but they're not taking the chances that they so desperately need to right now. And that's going to go for a goal kick. And well, 25 minutes into this one, Austria 1-0 up. Gregoritsch with the goal in that game. A lovely, lovely goal it was indeed. Just inside of the box, flew into the back of the net. Neuer was not going to save that opportunity. But we have a free kick here for Germany. The last 15 minutes or so, it really should have had a goal for Germany. Ben, the manager of Austria, in the chat right now, he says poor defending, should be 1-1. I absolutely agree. 2 big chances missed by Germany so far. Ye boy will not be happy with how his side has played. Can they get that goal before half-time, though? Not a single game has gone into extra time or penalties yet, which is certainly different compared to how the playoffs went when it was about 5 penalty shootouts at the start of the tournament. Here is Germany now. Kimmich into Serge Gnabry, who can't get a touch that he needed to get into the box there. It drops for Marco Reus, playing on the left-hand side of the midfield. Into Toni Kroos. Now in for Gnabry. He's trying to dance his way into the box. He takes on the strike, and he takes it into the back of the net. And that is the goal that Germany needed. They're right back into this one, and you've got to say it is absolutely deserved. Serge Gnabry, he takes his shot once, he takes it twice, and this time, on his second shot, it goes into the back of the net. Game on. It's 1-1 in this one, and you've got to say it's absolutely deserved. All square in this tie, with, I think, about 60, 70 minutes of this game left to play. We've got a long way to go in this. Game on. And, well, you can see the build-up for this goal here. Gnabry, he takes the touch. I think he was going to take on the shot first time. Decides not to. Dances his way into the box. Loads of open space to take the shot on. And Lindner could not save that. It's in the back of the net. It was certainly coming. Game on. Well. This is a good tie and a half. 1-1 in this match. 32 minutes on the clock, actually. So we do have just less than an hour left. Maybe a little bit more if you do include additional time. And as it stands, well, Austria have got some work to do here. They got the opening goal that they desperately needed. And I don't know whether the tactic was to just wait about, hold the ball, wait for opportunities to counter-attack. It's not working right now. They need to come out here in this game. As I said, so far in this tournament, they've looked really impressive. This has been the match where they've looked a little bit disappointing. Here come Germany. Again, Sané into Marco Reus. Back to Sané again. It's a Royce. Maybe he can loft this ball into the box and get the goal that Germany need at this stage of the game. It's in for Gnabry again. And well, the German forward is really, really having a major mark on this game. Another opportunity, maybe less of an important opportunity than the one that he scored a moment ago. Lovely, lovely cross into the box from Leroy Sané. They're pinging balls into that final third really, really well. Just the opportunities aren't being put into the back of the net. Although in that situation, it's a little bit of a tough shot to drop into the back of the net. As you can see, stats-wise, 4 shots for Germany, only 1 on target, that being the goal. As for Austria, well, they've only had 1 shot. That went into the back of the net. Here is Sané. Going to go down the left-hand side again here. Just waiting now to move it to the middle for Toni Kroos, who scored in that previous game as well. Sané, he also scored against Portugal, I think. Tried to get an equalising goal in that game, but they just left it too late. Sané drops it into the box for Toni Kroos, who heads it down back to Royce. Another chance to loft this in. And decides to go into the box. Grealish there has to watch out with his defending. And it's cleared away this time. Well, they're looking very messy right now, Austria. That first goal, you'd have thought maybe would have brought them a comfort blanket. They're looking all over the place. Here is Liner. Maybe they can get a second before half-time. Moves this into the middle for Florian Kainz. In for Sabitzer now. Here is Liner on the right-hand side. Can he loft this into the box? Decides to try and take it into the middle. And Leroy Sané can get the ball back. Here he is on the ball now. There's going to be 1 minute of additional time before the referee blows his whistle in this one. And I don't think we're going to see another opportunity before that whistle is blown. And the referee does indeed blow his whistle. It's half-time in this game. Well, Austria scored the opening goal in the 6th minute. Manuel Gregoritsch with the goal. But then Serge Gnabry with a whole host of chances, including one from Timo Werner. Eventually, one went into the back of the net. It's Austria 1, Germany 1. It really is all to play for in this match. I've got to say, Austria, yeah, I do agree with you right now, Ben. It is looking a little bit all over the place right now for Austria. A lot of work to do in this one. As for Germany, well, they seem to be really just pinging the ball around all over and it working absolutely perfectly. If you can keep it 1-1, take the extra time, maybe penalties, then that'll make this game a lot more interesting. But even if you can nick a goal, maybe early on in this second half, make it 2-1, go a little bit more defensive, try and just frustrate Germany, then maybe that will work into your favour. But as for Germany right now, you can just see shots-wise, passes-wise, they've got a lot more. Not really a lot more in terms of passes, but in terms of shots, they're dominating. So we'll go back into the second half now, 1-1 as it stands. The next game after this is Spain versus Israel, which will be coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes' time, maybe longer if it does go into extra time or penalties. So let's find out what happens in the rest of this game. We're back for the second half of this fixture. As it stands, Austria 1, Germany 1. Gregoritsch with the opening goal in this match. But ever since then, Austria really haven't been able to get out of their own half. Germany dominating with lots and lots of chances, but only 1 goal so far. Serge Gnabry with that late on in the first half. As it currently stands, extra time is less than 45 minutes away, but we've got lots of other opportunities and no doubt we'll have plenty of chances to come from either side in this second half. Here's one of those chances now. Timo Werner goes through, dancing all the way, and that is a simple shot straight into the hands of Austria's goalkeeper Lindner. And as I said before, the 6th minute where the goal from Austria came, they've looked very lacklustre in this match, which is a shame because since the group stages they've looked fantastic. They really need to come out in this second half and prove what they can do against this Germany side. We know that they had a great game against the Netherlands. It was a 0-0 draw, but they picked up points at the end of the day in that one. They picked up points in the other games as well. If they could pick up a victory here, it could put them in a great position to play Spain or Israel. Here's Kainz with a lovely weighted header, but it's nowhere near the goal, and Manuel Neuer could save that one. Simple save for the Bayern goalkeeper today. Although, of course, that opportunity that went into the back of the net in the first 5 minutes was one that he wasn't going to save. Here is Leroy Sané, linked with a move away from Manchester City, not having the best of times there. Of course, was injured for the majority of the season and has only recently just come back. We've got a corner here, 55 minutes on the clock. We're going to make the change for Austria in a moment's time. Toni Kroos is going to whip this one, and of course we'll make the change for Germany too. It's lofted lone for Timo Werner. And well, it's another header at the back post there. Lindner just dives for it. Wasn't really going to go into the back of the net, but another opportunity. It will count as a chance on goal. Timo Werner with another great chance to make it 2-1. I think you have to say here, if Germany do go at like into the 90th minute and it still be 1-1 in this fixture and we go into extra time, they have to look at this match and think to themselves that they've not done good enough in this game. Really, really poor with their chances. Here is a chance, though, to maybe make a change and put this into the back of the net. Here is Julian Draxler of PSG. Still has the ball. He's lofted in for Timo Werner, and it's cleared away this time. Here is Gregoritsch. Oh, mistake here from Gregoritsch. It's now in for Timo Werner, and that had to be the perfect block. What a block that is. If not, that was going in the back of the net, 100%. They're really, really holding on for dear life right now. Here's the ball for Serge Gnabry, who does get the ball, and what a save that is. Oh, what a save. Well, we're going to make the changes now, but before we make the change, look at this for a save. Here's the chance. Lovely balling from Kimmich. Gnabry gets the touch. Lindner has to make the save, and that's one of these saves of the tournament. Massive, massive opportunity for Germany there. And just before the corner's going to get taken, we'll make 2 substitutions for either side here, with the most tired players going off. So Schläger is going to come on here in this match. We're then also going to bring off Baumgartlinger for Ilsanker. And then the other change is Dragovic coming off for Wober. Oh, no, actually, we're not going to make that change, sorry. We'll keep the other change for later on, and we'll only make 2. As for Germany, Draxler is going to come off here. And they're going to change to a 4 at the back, as we usually do at this stage of the competition for them. They like to go for a 4 at the back in this match. So we'll quickly change that up. So we do have a 4 at the back here. So they're going to go for a 4-3-3, I think, with an attacking midfielder. So we'll see what happens here in this match. So we're just going to change that up very slightly for them. It's going to be interesting to see whether this tactical approach works for them. Remember, they did make tactical changes in that previous match against Kosovo, and it did work an absolute charm. Is it going to do the same in this match here? So Draxler is going to come off for them, and on comes Nico Schulz as the left back. As for the other change, they're going to bring off Sane for Julian Brandt in this match. So there are the changes that are made. Actually, Sane is going to stay on here. We're going to flip it round, and the change we'll make is Ginter coming off for Klosterman. So 2 fullbacks coming on in this match, which is going to make things a little bit more interesting. 2 changes for both sides. Remember, there are only 3 changes through the whole of the game, which is why we're going to hold off to make the other change until a little bit later on in this match. But we have a corner here for Germany. Cruz lost it in for Serge Gnabry. I don't actually think we've had a corner scored in this competition as of yet. Still waiting for that first major corner goal. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Change of formation here for a 4-3-3 attack now from Germany. Klosterman lost it in for Sane. Drops down for Timo Werner, who does get the slightest touch. Here's Schulz in for Cruz. Comes back to him again, but Florian Kainz is quicker. And now Austria need to counter-attack here, and that is poor from them. Here is Arnautovic. Doesn't get to him. Comes to Toni Kroos. Now for Kimmich, who's playing as a CDM instead of a right-back, which was going to be the original initial change that was going to be made for Germany. Here's a ball for Arnautovic. Good defending there, and Germany look really calm in this match. As I said, we've been waiting for the best of Germany in this tournament, and it does seem to be that as later as this tournament is getting, they seem to be coming out now. And here's Timo Werner, and that is poor. That is really, really poor. And if you were a Chelsea fan there, you'd probably want to cover your eyes. Not the greatest of chances from their new forward, of course, will be joining them in the Premier League next season. That is terrible from him. Has to be at least putting that onto target, if not in the back of the net. And of course, he puts his head in his hands there. Very disappointing. 20 minutes of this match left to go, including additional time. We'll make a change in a little bit for both sides. Here's Sabitzer. A rare opportunity to go on the attack here for Austria. Can they make the most of it? Lofted in for Arnautovic. Drops down for Klosterman. And Neuer drops it down. Well, as it stands, 1-1. Could be extra time for the first time. Who scored for both teams? Welcoming Will Pete. It was Gregoritsch in the 6th minute of the match. And then it was Serge Gnabry who scored the other goal for Germany. It's been quite a heavy attacking match for Germany so far. Really had a large spell of the possession, but with 17 minutes left on the clock, not 13. Austria is still in it, and that's all that matters right now. Can they maybe nick a late goal in this one? Maybe even take it to extra time or penalties. Here's another attack for Germany. Lovely ball for Serge Gnabry, but it's cleared away by David Alaba of Bayern Munich. Here's Liner of Gladbach. Congratulations to Gladbach. Getting Champions League football next season. Now he's for Sabitzer. He's got loads of space to put this into the box. He's got to use it now. That's poor. That is really, really poor from Sabitzer. He has to just put that into the box there. You can see, I think it was actually Schläger with lots of open space in the box. One simple pass to him would have been an easy shot on target at the very minimum. And he's missed that. Here's Sane now in for Timo Werner. And he's, as you can see, of course, the later we get into these games, with the sides being attacking, these players are going to get tired. And we've only one substitute for each side left. We will make that in just a moment's time. So then they do have one reasonably fresh player to come on. So what we will do is we'll make that change now for both of the sides. Who is the most tired player? You would probably have to say here it would be Alaba, but I'm pretty sure you'd want to keep him on in this match. So we'll bring on Valentino Lazaro at right back for Austria. As for Germany, well, this is where the problem comes. Tiredness really does take effect. It has to be Krusar Sane. Julian Brandt will come on for a little bit of pace up top. So they've made all their free changes now. That change should be made, of course, when the ball goes out of play. And that is that. No more changes can be made in this match. There can't be a fourth substitution in extra time. I will make sure, of course, just in case there can be. But here's a chance for Arnautovic, who tries desperately diving and throwing himself at the ball, but now he's able to pick it up. And it looks like this game is going to go into extra time or penalties, which means Spain versus Israel will be slightly delayed. But here comes the substitutions. A couple of minutes left in this match. Lazaro comes on for Liner and Brandt comes on for Sane. Big 4 minutes left of this match. Can one of these sides nick it late? Here's Klosterman. One of the substitutes has got plenty of time and plenty of stamina, of course, one of the late substitutes in this match, who's going to have the pace and speed to take on this Austrian defence, who are going to be feeling tired, as are the German defence. And this could be a great opportunity. Lovely attempted pass into Schläger, but he doesn't get to him. Here's Werner. Tries to get it towards Gnabry, but Hinteregger gets the smallest of touches on the ball, gets it back into their space. Here's Dragovic. Are they just going to hold the ball and wait for extra time? It's passed back to Lindner, who hits it long for Schläger of Wolfsburg. Maybe there's one more opportunity in this game. 2 minutes of additional time. Here comes Lazaro. Just came on a couple of minutes ago. If he can whip this ball in his first touch, will be an all-important assist. And it goes out for a corner. Last chance saloon. This has to go into the box and be in the back of the net. Alaba is the man with the opportunity to win this. It's played short for Sabitzer. Hit in for Arnautovic. It's cleared away. Drops down for Timo Werner. And the referee blows his whistle. Well, it was going to eventually come that one of these games was going to go into extra time or penalties. Neither of these teams could break each other down in the second half. Goals from Gregoritsch and Gnabry in the first half means that, as it stands, Austria and Germany are going into our first set of extra time or penalties. It's coming up in just a moment's time. And what a big game this is now. Of course, as I said, Spain versus Israel is going to be very slightly delayed here. Of course, with the extra time and penalties still to come. So we're going to get that underway in just a moment's time. Let me just turn the light on there. There we go. So we're all sorted. Ben will be very nervous right now, as will Yi Boy. Both of their teams are still in it. I'm just going to make sure, before we go into extra time, that we can't make another substitution. So let me say, for example, Grealish for George. There you go. As you can see, you cannot make another substitution because this game is rubbish. And it doesn't actually go to the actual rules of football. So extra time is on its way. Penalties maybe to come. Let's find out what happens. Our first extra time is here. Neither of these sides could break each other down. It's 1-1 as it currently stands. It's a tricky game, this one. Austria not really holding on for dear life in the second half. Germany not having a great deal of chances at all. A lot of possession in the midfield, realistically speaking. But that first half, Austria did very well to hold on. Who could be the winner, or will this go to penalties? Lovely ball from Sabitzer. Puts it in towards Arnautovic. He can't get his head onto it. Remember, all sides have made their substitutions now. It really is a case of fitness and stamina coming into play. Here is one of the players that did come on late on. Valentino Lazaro. He'll be hoping he can have a major effect in this final bit of well, final section of the game, isn't it, really? I think there'll be a lot of people in the chat and a lot of people watching this praying it goes to penalties. Interested to see how that goes down. Alaba's going to try and take this on goal, but his teammate in real life at Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer, is going to save that one. He hits it long for Gnabry. What a ball that is from Manuel Neuer. The goal scorer. Can he get his second goal and, most importantly, win this for Germany late on? Here he is on the ball now. Comes to Timo Werner, who is on the right-hand side. Into Klostermann. Back to Timo Werner. Oh, it's a lovely bit of skill from Timo Werner. Just a shame about the cross going straight into the hands of Lindner. That would have certainly been a cracker of an assist had that gone straight into... I think it was Julian Brandt there at the back post running onto the ball. Here is Dragovic. Just, it's so important now that neither of these 22 players on the pitch make a mistake, leave any space open to give a chance for either side. Lazaro tries to ping a ball into the box, but Brandt, with all of his pace and stamina, comes back to defend and defends very well. Here is Sabitzer. Drops down, and the referee's pulling this back here for a free kick on the edge of the box. Julian Brandt getting a talking to here. Could this be the set piece that comes into major effect for Austria? They have to do something with this. Sabitzer just on the edge of the outside of the box. And Alaba is going to whip this one in. What will he do here? He's whipped it in for the back post. It's not really the greatest of balls. Just 2 minutes left before the whistle blows for this one. Remember, it's the round of 16 right now. Extra time, it's 1-1. Gregoritsch with the goal in the 6th minute to open the scoring. Serge Gnabry with the equaliser in the 35th minute. Since then, neither of these sides could break each other down, but maybe could this be the opportunity? Lindner with a poor mistake there. Brandt's got a chance to hit this, and he doesn't take that chance on. Here's Kimmich. Tries to pass it towards Schulz. It does come to him in the end. Maybe one or more opportunity before the whistle is blown. Royce, who's looking very tired. And it's good defending from Grealish, who hits it away. And at half-time of extra time, it's 1-1. Why did Julian Brandt not try and chip the goalkeeper? I have no idea. He just had to chip him, and that would have gone into the back of the net. He decided to play it off. Bad decision from him. Half-time of extra time. It's 1-1. And, of course, with no substitutions to be made, we're going to go straight back into the second half of extra time here. There is 15 minutes left. Who is going to be the hero in this match? Or are we going to see our first penalty shootout of the knockout stages? I think most people would rather want to see a knockout stage penalty shootout. Although I think the two managers in question here will want a winning goal. But here comes Timo Werner. Lovely ball into the box. And Julian Brandt heads high. Well, Lindner there. He's asking questions of his defence, saying, why are you not tightly marking Brandt? You can see here he's got lots of space. Doesn't really even mark him properly there, Valentino Lazaro. Gives Brandt lots of space, lots of time, and they're very lucky that the header's gone over there. Just 13 more minutes. Austria, you've got to say, have had very minimal opportunities in this match. They're kind of holding on. Can they hold on and take this game into penalties? Lazaro this time, good defending from him, clears the ball away. No hesitation to just clear his lines. Maybe this is the chance for Germany to get an opportunity into the box. Here is Brandt. Into Schulz. The substitutes connecting up now for Royce, who, as you can see, is really tired. No stamina left on his bar whatsoever. But he keeps going at goal. And what a save that is by Lindner. He needs to get up quick because he's come back to Brandt. Lofted in for Marco Royce, who gets his head onto it. And a similar chance to Brandt goes over the bar. And the pressure here from Germany. A lovely save from Lindner. Just gets up in time before Brandt lofts it into the box. But Royce heads high. And the heading from the German side today has been really, really poor. They've got to use it much better in terms of headers. Gnabry's had chances. He's missed a lot. Werner, who I think Ben will certainly agree. He's in the chat right now. There was a chance from Werner in that first half where all he had to do was head it down and it would have gone into the back of the net. They're going to really, really kick themselves if Austria take them to penalties and win it. Here's Boateng. Into Nico Schulz. There's still time for them to get that winning goal in this game, though. Now it's Werner, who has no stamina left. And someone who certainly does have stamina is Valentino Lazaro. Now Grealish, the goal scorer, into Ilsanker. Now for Schläger. Here is David Alaba. Maybe one more opportunity here for Austria to try and get a goal. Poor from Arnautovic there. Really, really poor, because now he's given a chance for Julian Brandt to get through one goal. Julian Brandt has a chance at goal, and that is a massive, massive save. Lindner saves his side again. Oh, well, that is a big, big save. He's come up absolutely trumps today for Austria. That should have been in the back of the net, and Julian Brandt will be kicking himself. Here is Arnautovic. Now maybe there's one more opportunity for Austria here because Schleger's in the box. Schleger with a chance, and that's a big block from Boateng. And both of these sides have had opportunities right at the death here to nick it. Referee plays on. Maybe one more opportunity. There isn't, and this game is going to a penalty shootout. Well, both sides will be absolutely fuming that they've missed major opportunities right at the death to nick this. What a save from Neuer. What a save from Lindner. They've both been fantastic. We're going to penalties. It's 1-1, and it's still all to play for. Well, as you can see from stats, 47% possession for Austria. Only 2 shots, 2 on target, one of them being a goal. Germany have had 12 shots, only 3 on target. Ben is saying how we're not losing. He believes that his side should be losing. They're somehow still in this match. As for Yeboy, well, he'll be looking at his side today and thinking, why have they not put loads of those chances away? It really shouldn't have gone to extra time in terms of the opportunities. But here we are. The first penalty shootout in the round of 16 comes here. Austria versus Germany. Best of luck to both managers. This is where it really gets nerve-wracking. So here we go. We're going to adjust these penalty takers so they are in the order of their penalty kicks from the highest to the lowest in terms of their ratings. So we're just going to very quickly sort that out here so it's fair. So that is the Austria penalty taker sorted out. As for Germany, well, if you look at them on paper, you'd expect Germany to completely smash Austria here on penalties. But anything can happen. Anything can happen in this. I think we're all set up here. Just drop him up there. Guess who's on their break at work? Well, I'll tell you what, Chris. We're at a penalty shootout right now of this game. We've gone all the way in this match. So both sides are set up for this penalty shootout. It's gone all the way in this game. Very best of luck to Ben_2358, who's the Austrian manager. As for Germany, it's Yeboy. Well, here we go. The teams are huddling together, having one last final team talk. Penalties are about to begin. The first game of the tournament, where neither side could break each other down, leads us to what could be a dramatic shootout. First player up is David Alaba. He's going up against his teammate, Manuel Neuer. What is going to happen here? And that is a comfortable first penalty into the back of the net. Comfortable and calm there from Alaba. Not even a worry on his mind. And he walks back to the penalty spot, delighted with himself. Next penalty taker is going to be Marco Reus. He's coming up against Lindner, who I have to say has had a fantastic game today. Can he be the hero to take Austria to the next round? Reus steps up. And Reus has smashed it into the back of the net. What a penalty that is. Right into the top corner. Serge Gnabry and Kimmich delighted with that. It's one apiece. Here comes Marko Arnautovic. He's been so good in this tournament so far for Austria. He needs to smash this in. And well, that has just gone into the back of the net by an absolute whisker. It's 2-1 to Austria. Toni Kroos is next. And Toni Kroos has it saved. Advantage to Austria. And that is poor from Kroos. Next penalty taker coming up here. This is a great chance to whack it in the back of the net by Grilic. And it's in the back of the net. Austria in the driving seat here. Here comes Timo Werner. Not had the greatest of games. He needs to bury this in for Germany right now. And he absolutely does. Well, into the back of the net. 3-2. This is a big opportunity now. Austria need to smash this one in the back of the net. Marcel Sabitzer with the chance to put it in. And he certainly does. It's all the pressure now on Germany. They have to score this penalty or Austria have won it. The pressure is on. And it's all down to Julian Brandt. One of the most biggest players on the pitch in terms of calibre. Smashes it into the back of the net. What a goal from him. And what I wanted to say there, not calibre, stamina. Of course, he was a substitute. Which now means it's down to Javier Schleger. If this goes in, Austria are through to the next round. Schleger runs up. And Neuer saves it. Big save from Neuer. And the advantage goes for Austria. Well, maybe this is a big chance now because Gnabry has to score this. The advantage just slightly goes here. Gnabry has to score this or Austria will go through anyway. Serge Gnabry steps up to take this into the back of the net. And he does. The penalty shootout continues. Gnabry smashes it in. We keep going in this. It's 4 apiece. Well, here we go. It's going to be Valentino Lazaro taking the next penalty. Newcastle United player. And it's... Oh, well. It's gone in the back of the net. Oh, well, that is so lucky. And this has to go in. Sudden death. Joshua Kimmich steps up. Bayern Munich player on the spot. And it's saved! Austria through to the next round. They have done it. What a shithouse performance that was. 2 shots all game, and they're through to the next round. Germany are out. Lazaro strikes it in, and most importantly, Joshua Kimmich missed it. It ends with Austria going through. Another one of the big dogs are out. Germany are out of the tournament. One of the greatest games in terms of the suspense and the dramatic tension of the penalty shootout means Austria go through. What a game of football that was. And as it stands, well done to Austria and better to score 2-3-5-8. Austria with 5-4 on penalties. We are in Amsterdam for our final game of day number 3 of the round of 16. Well, it has been a tournament, and specifically a knockout round, just full of shocks. Big teams after big team after big teams are falling and collapsing at the final hurdle. We've just witnessed an unbelievable game between Germany and Austria, where you have to say Austria absolutely put in a shithouse performance to make it to the next round. Can Israel do the same? Italy, England, Portugal and Germany are all out of the competition. Can Spain be the big nation that finally comes up and says, we're not going out of the tournament, we're really going to show what we can do? Or will Israel, who already picked up a massive shock victory against Croatia, can they do it again, this time progressing into the quarterfinals? Well, already for Israel, this is the furthest that they have ever been in a tournament. So congratulations to Will P. No doubt they will have already built a statue of him as their manager for the national team outside their ground. They'll be delighted with how he's done. As for Chris, well, his side, they've got still a lot of work to do. First 3 games of the tournament, they've only scored 2 goals, 2 1-0 wins, 2 late 1-0 wins. They will be hoping that maybe today can be the game where they can really show what they can do. In terms of the teams, a couple of changes for that Spain side. A couple of the rested players from Chris Welch come back into the team today, including Ramos and also PK at the back. As for Israel, they're not changing 3-5-2. Why change a winning formula when it works? Aaron Zahavi, who scored, of course, in that last game, and Munas de Boer stay up top. Well, this really has been a tournament that has had loads of shocks. Are we about to see another one? The ball gets rolling. Spain versus Israel kicks off here. Spain are going attacking. Does the Israel manager want to go attacking as well? I'm just going to make sure here that he's said no. I haven't seen anything about going attacking yet. So if the manager just go attacking, we'll find out what happens. But first thing, straight away, we've got a foul. That's going to go to Suso. Spain already with a free kick. Just a little bit of a talking to there. I think that's Nacho who he's getting a little bit of a talking to. Going in a bit aggressive with the tackle. I'll go attacking, why not? So Israel going attacking as well in this game. Ball lofted into Suso. Not really hit down well. And here's De Boer. Now in for Zahavi. Back to Raphael. Remember, as I said, what a victory that was. Israel making it through in second place in Group D. They beat Croatia in their final match day, so went through in second place on head-to-head. And you have to say, it's a very tricky fixture for them. But they're coming in with momentum, and that's what's important. If they can nick a goal in this game, hold tight and compact in defence, we've already seen big players and big teams knocked out of the tournament. Ronaldo's already out. Germany are gone. England are gone. They could quite easily do the same. Spain themselves have, as I said before, they need to really start showing what they can do, or else a smaller team could even knock them out, and we could have a big, very interesting quarterfinal full of smaller teams. But here comes Spain now. Aspas lofts into the box for Suso, bobbles around but ends up at the feet of Munas de Boer, who hits it long and clears it away. Both teams are on attacking, and well, that penalty shootout we just watched a moment ago, I don't think either manager will want to go to that stage of the competition. I'm pretty sure they'll just want to get a goal in this match. And talking about goals, well, we nearly had our first one there. What a chance that was. Lovely past weighted ball. I think that was in for... I can't really see who that is there. It's not. I think it was Iago Aspas taking the touch. Yeah, Iago Aspas takes the touch, tries to curl into the bottom left corner, and just can't. And that's the first chance going to Spain. 10 minutes in, Israel still holding on. Here is Solomon. somehow gets it to De Boer, but a bit of a deflection there leads it back to Spain. Here's Saul. Poor ball means Zahavi gets the ball back. Here is De Boer, who will no doubt want to get on the score sheet. Aaron Zahavi, being the Israeli player that did get his name on the score sheet against Croatia, that will certainly give him a bit of momentum ahead of this match. Remember, as I said, he was the second top goal scorer in Euro qualifiers with 11 goals. Can he get any more in the competition to add to his 1-goal tally? Here's Alba. Deflected means we're going to have our first corner of the game here to Spain. And we've had a couple of decent chances for Spain. Can they take this corner and put it into the back of the net? We'll have to find out. Luis Alberto whips this one in. Lofted in for Saul, and well, that's going nowhere near the goal. Degani races for it. It goes out of play. And Spain, I think, will have a throw in here. They certainly do indeed. Carvajal is going to loft this one in for Luis Alberto. A good defending there means Israel get that ball straight back. Both sides, as I said, attacking. We like to see it. There are going to be a lot of different tactical changes from managers. We saw England go for a different approach. Germany went for a 4 at the back, changed their tactics up halfway through, and it didn't work. Israel adopting a 3 at the back. It's great to see. Here's Saba on the right-hand side, just holding the ball about, waiting for a chance to whip this in, and he still has it. Now he's whipped it in. It's in there for De Boer. Bobbles about. Boussaoui gets there first and clears his line. Big clearance, but he drops at Gershon's feet. Can he whip this up towards the attacking phase of play? He does indeed. Here's Saba. Now into Raphael. Does get to De Boer. Back to Saba again. He's got lots of space to whip it in, but he decides not to. And it's a poor ball this time, and it comes back to Spain. And here's a great opportunity for them here on the break. A lot of plays forward for Israel right now. Here is Jordi Alba into Iago Aspas. Now for Luis Alberto. Back to Aspas again, who's on the left-hand side. Lofts it in for Saul. Good clearance. Comes back into the box again. And it goes to Degani, who moves it towards Gershon. And that is lovely play here from Israel. Just shifting the ball about. They don't have to rush in terms of going through on goal. Take your time. You know, we saw Austria struggled big time trying to hold the momentum of the constant attacks from Germany, and it'll be very similar for Spain, especially knowing how Spain played. You know, you expect tiki-taka football, you expect them to contain the ball and really hold it and work it. They're completely different to most teams in international football. They will quite happily take an extra minute or two to pass it about and then hit on the break, than they would to try and hit on the break straight away. They don't rush, they take their time, and here is one of these opportunities where they're just going to move the ball about and wait for an opportunity to arise. Here's Alba. Doesn't choose to loft it in. Plays it short for Suso. Good defending there by Gershon, who clears the ball away. It's the feet of Aaron Zahavi. He's got no one next to him. Here's Raphael into Benanatko. Back to Gershon again, and 32 minutes in here, still nil in this one. Could we see 2 games go to extra time or penalties? I wouldn't mind that for sure. Here is Carvajal into Gerard Piqué. Couple of changes for that Spanish side who rested. Of course, Chris rested players in that previous game. They were already through to the next round, so Chris decided to opt to make a couple of different players come onto the pitch. For example, Raul Albiol was playing in that previous match. He's back on the bench today. Chris said that he wanted to rest players ahead of his big knockout game, whoever he was going to play, and of course, maybe that might have helped him today against Spain. But maybe it might not help him here, because here come Israel. Saba in there for De Boer! De Boer! It's in! Goal, 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 goal! It's in! De Boer's done it! It's 1-0. Are we about to have another shock again? Can you believe it? Because I bloody can't. De Boer's done it. We have our goal straight away in this game. Unbelievable. And just like that, Israel have taken the lead in this game. Well, this tournament does not keep stopping with the shocks. What a ball that is from Saba. Right there at the back post, De Boer. It's in the back of the net. It's Israel who lead. What a start. What a game. Plenty of time left. But all that matters is that it's a thumping header into the back of the net by Munas De Boer. And it's Israel 1, Spain 0. And De Boer is shushing Spain. Well. The momentum is riding with the minnows. Israel have taken the lead in this, and 38 minutes on the clock. Spain have got a lot of work to do. Unbelievable. Well, I wasn't expecting that. What a start. Chris says hang your heads in shame. He's absolutely fuming with his side. And I cannot believe it. Can Israel hold on? Here comes Spain though. Great chance to attack. Comes back to the feet of Nerbitan. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the approach of the Israel manager changes now. Whether he stays attacking instead or moves to a defensive style formation. His side right now are looking very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Got to say, they've looked really impressive at the back. Seem very calm and resolute in how they've played their football. Here is Degani into Nerbitan. Back to Degani again. And all they have to do here is just hold the ball and wait for the whistle to blow, because the referee blows his whistle, and at half time of this fixture, it's Israel 1, Spain 0. So welcome back to the second half of this fixture between Spain and Israel. Well, the shocks keep on coming in this tournament. The Spain manager, he's made 3 changes in the second half. He's fuming with his side. As for Israel, well, they keep going in this tournament. If they can get a goal in this game, or even just keep a victory here, what a win it'll be for Will Pete. Big, big victory for Spain. And an incredible run in this tournament. Here is Solomon, who keeps going. He's lofted in for De Boer! Oh! It was Zahavi, actually. Jesus Christ. Well, it nearly was 2-0 to Israel. What a lovely bit of play that was from Solomon. He did not give up there. Lovely ball to Zahavi. And, well, you would have hoped that this time the opposite striker would have put that into the back of the net. It just goes wide of the mark. And what a great opportunity that was to make it 2-0. I just cannot believe the amount of shocks we're seeing in this tournament. It has to go down as one of the most interesting Euros, because as it stands, the big teams have got to be quaking in their boots. Who knows what's going to happen? We don't know who's going to win it. We could see one of the smaller sides win it. But here comes Spain. They've still got a chance to get back in this match. And not with crosses like that from David Silva. It goes out for an Israel goal kick. 40 minutes is all that stands between Israel and a quarter-final. I think if any person who would have got Israel in this tournament would have probably been very disappointed. If I'd have said to him that they could be in a quarter-final, then you would not believe it. But here comes Spain. Thiago into Jordi Alba. Of course, we still have to wait to see if they do get through first. Here's Alba into Saul. Takes them long-range shots. And it's good defending from Israel. Once again, standing tall and resolute as you would expect them to do. Good game so far. Here's Degani, who I think has been incredible at the back today. Really, really done a good job in the three-back formation. And it seems to be working a real charm for them, Israel. Gives them plenty of width in the attack. Lots of players to pass the ball into the open space. And as for this defence, well, you'd expect a team like Israel to be quite open at the back, with their defence not being the most, I would say, the most talented. And not talented in terms of, if you compare it to Spain, you look at both sides and there's a big difference in class. But they've done so well in this tournament defensively, and I have to give credit to them. They have been one of the standout teams. They had a great game against Croatia, spot on performance. They're doing the same against Spain here. If they can keep doing this throughout the tournament, you really don't know where Israel could end up here. But there's still time left in this for Spain to get back. 30 minutes is all that's left between Spain and Israel. Are we going to see another shock? Here come Israel again. Solomon keeps it in play. Lofts it towards De Boer, but David De Gea can put it into his hands and keep it out of his net. He's going to hit this long, of course. The pressure is on. As I said, Spain have already made all 3 of their changes, so they cannot make any more in the match, even if this game does go into extra time. Here's De Boer into Solomon. What a lovely ball that is into Solomon. Can he make something of this now? A second goal would be humongous for Israel. Here comes Solomon, working towards the middle of the box. Still got it. Solomon still has it. What can he do here? Solomon still got it in for Raphael. And that's poor from him. Needs to do better there. Oh, he's got it back though, however, and Zahavi's got a chance here. Zahavi's in a goal. What can he do? Zahavi still goes. Zahavi's got it in. Can you believe it? I fucking can't, because Israel are 2 to the good, and Spain are surely going home. Unbelievable. Zahavi's done it. Can you write it? Because I don't think anyone expected this. Lacklustre defending at the back from Israel, and that is a strike and a half. It's all down to Solomon. The holding of the ball, the just waiting, the patience of the forwards to move into the space to take the opportunity, and Israel have made it 2. It's got to be game over surely. Can you fucking believe it? Unbelievable. Zahavi kisses the camera. The two strikers have surely done it, and Spain have got to be going home. Unbelievable. Wow. With 20 minutes left on the clock, it really does look like it's all over for Spain. They're going to go all-out attack surely at this stage. I don't think Chris is here, so I'll do it for him. Unbelievable. Here is Jenny. We haven't seen any sides in this tournament so far score 2 goals to make a comeback. Actually, no, we have. But here's Zahavi. It could be free. Oh, well, it nearly was free. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe Israel are winning this. What a game. What a game. There's still 18 minutes left. If there's any side that has got good quality in their team, Spain, all they need is a goal at this stage, and maybe there's a chance here now. Morata tries to hold the ball, do something similar to what Solomon has done. He still has it. Good work from him. Still gets the ball. Morata lofts it in for the box, and it's just over the bar. Good chance there, and Sergio Ramos, who's coming up as a makeshift striker, should have buried that into the back of the net. It really should be 2-1 in this fixture. Unbelievable. Well, Israel are going to go from attacking to balanced, which is absolutely understandable at this point of the game. And wow, this is just crazy. It's crazy how many of these big teams are flopping on the big stage. I just don't think anyone expected this to happen. And there's going to be a change here for Will Peets. Let's make the change for him, of course. And while he picks what player to bring on, I'm going to get a quick drink. Wow. Well, well, well. Are we about to see Spain go out? England, Italy, Portugal, Germany, and Spain potentially all could be out at the round of 16 here. We really could get one of the minnow sides winning this competition. Unbelievable. So we're going to have a change here from the Israel manager. Apologies about that. Just have a quick drinks break. So we're going to have a Dassa coming on for Ben Harouche. Dassa and Ben Harouche are going to come on here. And it's going to be a back 5. Do you want Solomon and Saba to come off? Yeah, Saba and Solomon. There we go. So we are going to have a change here of a formation. Just move it towards back 5. Keep it calm and steady, which, as I said, at this stage, it's really understandable as to why you'd want to go for a 5 at the back. And Dassa's going to come on here. So a change of formation. A little bit more defensive. Of course, as you would expect, Spain will come very attacking now in this final 15 minutes of the game. And here they come now. So the 2 substitutes will be on in a moment. Here's Isco. A goal here for Spain is going to make this game very interesting. David Silva can't get the highest for the ball. And here's Solomon. What a game he's had. I would have to say he's been the standout player of this match. Zahavi. And Rafalov's going to drop to a midfielder here. So we're going to have a little bit more of a change as well. So let's get that sorted out here. It's going to be a 5-3-2. So Rafalov will drop to a centre midfielder here. I'll just, of course, align them up for you. There we go. So a change there. I think, do I need to move him up to a cam? 2 seconds. 69 in each position anyway. So here we go. 13 minutes left on the clock. Here's Solomon. Surely not a third. No, unfortunately not there. Here's Ramos, who has to do something now. There's 12 minutes of this game left. The most unbelievable tournament is taking place. I cannot believe what's happening here. Maybe there's time for them to get back in, because that is a goal and Spain are back in it. Well, there's 10 minutes on the clock and Morata scored. This game is really and well truly back on. It's 2-1. Spain are back in it. And well, it really is crunch time for Israel. That is the goal that Spain have so desperately needed in this match. A bit of momentum, a bit of belief in this game. They're right back in it. It's a good goal. Shame about the goalkeeping there. It comes off the goalkeeper's hands into the back of the net. Game on. This game is alive. It's Spain 1, Israel 2. They're right back in it. Well, well, well. 10 minutes to go here. Morata's picked up the ball. He's demanding that his team come running back. They've got to get another goal to take this into extra time. And the change is going to be made here. And that has to be a perfect time to make those changes. So they're going 5 at the back here. It's Spain 1, Israel 2, 10 minutes to go. Israel are going defensive. You would expect that. You would absolutely expect that. And well, it's going to be a very nervous 8 minutes now. Here is De Boer into Dassa. Maybe they can go up the other end and make it 3-1 and really end this game. He's lofted in there for Zahavi. He tries the back heel. Oh, well. The skills and the tricks are coming out now. That is a good save from David De Gea. Look at this for a ball. Dassa, who's just been on the pitch for a couple of moments here. Lovely ball in for Aaron Zahavi. Takes a touch. Tries to back heel it in from an awkward angle. And David De Gea makes the save. We've got a corner for Israel. And you just want them to waste time here now. Zahavi is going to whip this one in. Lofted into the box for Munas De Boer. He can't get there. He drops for Ben Harouche. Now in for Nerbitten. And we're going to have a change here from the Israel manager. Of course, he's got one more change left. So that will be all 3 changes made here. Well. This has been an absolute masterclass of performance from Israel. But let's not get too excited. Spain could get back into this. What an extraordinary comeback that would be, considering how they've played so far. So we're going to have a change. Will P is the Israel manager. Chris Welch is the manager of Spain. Remember, the winner of this tournament gets a cash prize. They are choosing how their teams play. And of course, what a performance it's been from Israel so far. This will be the shock of the tournament, I think. One of these shocks. But that's the problem. There's so many shocks. I don't know which one could be classed as the biggest shock now. They've all been bloody good shocks. Let's get back into it, though. Kayal is coming on here. 7 minutes on the clock. Raphaelov takes a long-range shot on, and here's Morata, the goal scorer for that goal to put them back in the game. Can Spain get a second in this match? Here comes Saul, who's tied himself, but they really need to push for it now. Here is Degani, who's been outstanding today. What an exceptional player he's been on the pitch. And the substitute will come on for Israel. Beram Kayal will be coming on here for Raphaelov. They've had a great game, but they really need to hold on for their lives. It will have definitely taken it out of them. The momentum will be with Spain. Here's Carvajal. In for Busquets. Now for Jordi Alba. In for Isco. Here is Gerard Piqué. That is great defending from Gershon. He's cleared his lines. That is outstanding defending, because Piqué was through on goal then. Here is Zahavi. Great defending from Busquets, who gets the ball back. Just held Zahavi all the way. It's in for Piqué, who goes for the acrobatics. Drops down for Saul. It's an outstanding tackle from Kayal, but it will come back for Spain. There are seconds left of this match. They so desperately need an equaliser laid on here. 2 minutes of additional time is lofted in, and surely that has to be it. Israel take it quick, which is a questionable decision. Here's Gershon. Into Nerbitten. There's 25 seconds left. Surely Spain are going out here. The referee will surely blow his whistle. Ben Harouche holds the ball. Beram Kayal gets the ball. And that is that. Spain are out of the competition. Israel have done it. You are really seeing something unbelievable right now. Do not scratch your eyes. You really have just witnessed Israel knocking Spain out of the tournament. Well, Spain, they have not been good for the majority of this tournament. They nicked wins right at the death. But if anybody was going to nick a win today, it was Israel. They did it in style. Goals from Aaron Zahavi and Munas De Boer give Israel what has to be their biggest victory in the history of the national team. And just yet again, another shock in the competition. Spain are going home. Israel are through. And this game ends Spain 1, Israel 2. You cannot write it. Well, what a goal that was from Munas De Boer for the first goal. And Aaron Zahavi's goal was just as sweet. Unbelievable performance. And the great thing about this Israel side is the game against Croatia, it was, I would say, it was a shithouse performance. This was just outstanding. They played Spain off the park for the majority of the first 45 minutes. The second 45 minutes, they tried very hard to really go through and get a couple of chances. And of course, as you would expect, Spain getting that late goal, trying to come back in this match. You'd expect them to push. They certainly tried the hardest. But what an outstanding performance from Will P. Unbelievable. You know, if you'd have come into this tournament at the start getting Israel, you'd have been absolutely gutted. Not Will. He has taken this team and he's taken them into a quarter-final. Will's story continues on. He's a step closer to winning himself some cash. What an unbelievable game. What an unbelievable tournament. What a game. Well, as you can see, stats-wise, it just proves my point about Israel having an outstanding game. Brilliant, brilliant work. As for Chris Welch, commiserations. Spain are out of the tournament. You tried your hardest. You did really well in the group stages, but you just couldn't beat Israel. Unlucky. Well, what an enthralling set of fixtures it's been today. Our unbelievable matches. Welcome into the stream, Twitch, Dylan. What a great set of games it's been. Just wow, shock after shock after shock. If you don't know how the tournament has gone so far, this is how the tournament stands. Italy were knocked out by Netherlands. Poland beat England 2-0. 2 massive first half goals from Lewandowski. Croatia beat Russia 3-0. And then the shocks have just kept on coming. Bosnia beat Portugal 1-0. What a result that was. Then today, Austria beat Germany in a penalty shootout that went right to the death. Julian Brandt missing the all-important penalty in that game. And then, in my opinion, what has to be the shock of the knockout stages. Israel beat Spain in an unbelievable result. What a game of football that has been. And there are more games to come. Tomorrow we have our final round of 16 fixtures between Turkey and Romania and Belgium versus France. You can join us for those fixtures. If you're watching on YouTube, you can join us tonight for those fixtures, 7 PM UK time on Twitch TV. Of course, if you're watching on Twitch TV, that will be tomorrow. The last games in the round of 16. You do not want to miss out on those fixtures. As for the rest of the games, we'll be back for the next stage of the competition in a couple of days' time. Of course, we've still got our fixtures tomorrow. The quarterfinals will take place between the 3rd and the 4th of July. And honestly, right now, with the way that this bracket is looking, that we have no idea, absolutely no idea who's going to win this. The minnow sides are looking strong. The strong sides are looking weak. Anything can happen. Join us tomorrow for Turkey versus Romania and Belgium versus France. One other of the big teams has to go. We'll see you tomorrow.